Good morning, traders. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of May, if you don't know what day of the week it is. And as always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We'll look at today's potential trades, and we'll look at the important news for today as well. So let's start with yesterday, guys. Let's look at the trades from yesterday. The first one was this. Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, and we were looking to buy this pair. Why were we looking to buy it? Well, it was in an uptrend. Okay, so we was in an upward structure. The idea is to come back up to these highs. All right, so structurally, that's what we were seeing. If we now drop down to support and resistance and the candlesticks. So, yeah, then we had this grey zone through here where price held. Yeah, it held this level of support, and price bounced off this moving average 20 as well. Okay, so for those reasons, yeah, we had good support and we had a candle. The wick on this candle tells me buyers have pushed this price back up. All right, so the idea ever since then was to buy this pair. Then we had a bullish candle, could have been more bullish, and then even yesterday we had another wick. So I still think this has room to the upside. Let's drop down to the H1 to see how we could trade this, guys. So yeah, it was tricky because it broke our grey zone, then came back into our grey zone. So yeah, what I was looking for, guys, so price came up and then it just kept bouncing off of this grey zone. Okay, but then it broke this grey zone. Okay, because we were looking for a reaction in here. Yeah, and we never got it. None of these candles, this one, this one, this one, this one, none of these candles told us that buyers were in control. Yeah, and as a result, price kept breaking down. And then you can see this H1 price action form. So we were in a H1 downtrend at this point, but it didn't make lower lows. And then when we had this candle that broke above this last H1 high, yeah, I was actually in a hedge. So I closed the hedge, technically entered on this candle. And then we've been looking at this candle, this H1 structure ever since. All right. So, yeah, I was hedged in this trade at this level. Yeah, and then when we saw this candle would have been a good entry candle or a good place to get out of the hedge. So yeah, we did have an entry with this candle, guys, and it's pushed up ever since. And you can see now it uses this grey zone as potential support again. Okay. So yeah, tricky one, but H1 structure came back on side with this candle, so we could enter again. Simple as that. So yeah, that was Swiss franc, Japanese yen. If we now not drop down, let's go to pound Aussie dollar. Yeah, this was the next one, guys, that we were looking at. We were looking to short pound Aussie dollar. Let's start with the day chart. So why were we looking to short it? Well, I'm seeing a breakdown in structure. So structurally, we were in an uptrend, but then price has started to make lower highs. And then look at all these selling candles. Yeah, look at these candles. Just super bearish. All right. And this specific candle here broke these lows here. All right. So I'm potentially looking to come from this grey zone back down to one of these blue targets here. Yeah, these blue lines are my targets, guys. All right. And I'm still looking to do this today because it's retraced into an area of value. If we drop down to the H1 now, yeah, we haven't had a trade yet. We haven't had a setup. So remember, guys, our options were this. Okay, so price had came down and we were looking for a break of this low. If we got a candle like this that broke this low, we could enter. It's like a continuation of trend. But we didn't, because there's no value here, guys. Yeah, that's what the market's thinking. So it pushes it back up to an area of value. Okay, so it came up to our second grey zone. This grey zone through here with all this price action previously. And we did get this candle, yeah, which we could have entered on. All right, this would have made sense. But I'm looking again, I want to be with H1 structure. So what I'm looking at now, guys, is this. I'm not in this trade yet, but you can see that price action is currently here. So if I see a break of this low, yeah, I'm interested. Okay. Hence my alarm is sitting in here. Or we could potentially get a retest up here and then come lower. Okay, but this will be a trade idea for today and we'll look at it in more detail shortly. But yesterday, no trade for me. Okay. The last trade from yesterday was this. It was US dollar, Japanese yen. And again, we're waiting for this to happen. So we look at the day chart, guys. What are we seeing? We were clearly seeing an uptrend. Okay, so we're in an uptrend. Prices retraced all the way down into an area of value and support. So we've got the moving average 20 through here. We've got a support zone here. Okay. And we've seen some, bullish candles continue up. But there's a level through here that is just holding. And I want to see a break of that level before we can come up. All right. And that was the idea. If we drop down to the H1, you can see that level was never broken. Yeah, we've got a level through here. I want to see these last highs break. Okay. We thought we had a break with this candle if I zoom in at one point, but then look how it reacted at that level. Totally rejected that level. But then price keeps building back up. So the fact that price keeps hitting this area of resistance tells me eventually we'll get a break. Okay, and we're just going to wait for that break to take it higher. But yesterday, it never happened. Okay, so it might happen today, guys. All right, so yeah, the only trade from yesterday was Swiss franc, Japanese yen, guys. Yeah, so yeah, let's see how that carries on today. So those were the trade ideas from yesterday. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed the recap and yesterday's analysis, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. We would love to have you. Come join us. Welcome. So yeah, that was yesterday's trades, guys. But now we're going to look at today's potential trades. All right. Before we do, let me just mention a few things that our channel does. So first of all, we got the free Discord, guys. You can join that for free, hence the name. And there's loads of cool things on there. There's knowledge, psychology, trade ideas, indicators, yeah, general chit chat, some challenges, loads of cool things on the free Discord. We also have the VIP Discord, which gives you more value and extra perks, guys. Yeah, you have access to me, you get all my trade ideas, you get exclusive content. So also come check that out. Secondly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email and I'll send you all the details of our mentorship program. Thirdly, guys, if you would like to support the channel, if you watch us every day and would like to show your support, then we have YouTube membership now. Again, there's a few perks on there. You get exclusive content, you get fun emojis, and it's not a lot of money a month. So yeah, check YouTube membership out as well. Anything else to mention? Yeah, don't forget the live stream, 8 a.m. New York EST. See you later for that. Get your questions ready. Right, enough of all that. Let's look at today's trades. So I'm interested in some yen pairs. Okay, so New Zealand Japanese yen is one of those pairs. Yeah, because we can see New Zealand yen has broken all of these highs, yeah, through here, even this high here. Yeah, so we've got this bullish candle, yeah, broken these highs, and we had this push away from this area as well. Okay, so let me zoom in so you can see that. So this is potentially a trade idea, all right? But I prefer another yen pair, and I'll explain why. But yeah, this candle broken these highs. We had a wick that pushed away from this grey zone. Yeah, I like New Zealand yen for potential longs. But I keep talking about this value, all right? And if I trade here, not lots of value. If I got in here, lots of value, all right? So bear that in mind, because when I look at Swiss franc Japanese yen, it is a better trade. So let's go to Swiss franc Japanese yen now. Yeah, here we go. Why do I prefer this? Let me explain why. And we're also going to look at the correlation between pairs and what this is telling us. I will explain. But if I look at Swiss franc Japanese yen, yeah, we're in better value. There's better value here to take this up to here, whereas New Zealand yen is already up here. Yeah, so in terms of value, Swiss franc Japanese yen gives me more value. Okay, so if you think about what I'm saying Swiss franc yen has more room to move into than New Zealand dollar yen, which is me telling you that Swiss franc would have more strength today than New Zealand yen. So let's look at New Zealand Swiss franc as well. What's that chart telling us? And if we looked at this chart, that would kind of make sense, yeah? If what I'm saying with the yen pairs, Swiss franc would get a little bit more strength today. So we could potentially look for Swiss franc strength. And we're at an area of resistance. We've had a doji yesterday. So we could quite possibly see a bit of a retrace back down to this level. And that would correspond with what I'm seeing with the yen pairs, yeah, with New Zealand yen and Swiss franc Japanese yen. Okay, so it's interesting, guys, that those, inter pairs and how they correlate. Okay, so for all of those reasons, because what I'm saying does make sense on here, yeah, I am interested in Swiss franc Japanese yen still. Yeah, so this is my first trade idea for today. I hope I didn't lose you with that intercorrelation between pairs, but these are the types of things I look at. So Swiss franc Japanese yen, guys, is still my preferred trade. Yeah, we're in an uptrend. As I explained, we're in an area of value here, whereas New Zealand yen wasn't. And we're still looking to take price back up to here. Okay, so deja vu, this is still the trade. And if you look at yesterday's candle, guys, yeah, just the wick. Yeah, I talk a lot about wicks. I love wicks on candles, yeah. Look at this wick. We got this wick, it moved up. We get this wick, it could move up. All right, so yeah, I'm still wanting to push this up. And it's still at a good level of support, guys. Yeah, if I move this grey zone across a little bit, yeah, it's still at this good level of support. So yeah, I want to buy it for all those reasons. If we look at the H1 now, as I explained in the recap, yeah, this grey zone is important to us. Okay, this grey zone through here. And also we had a structure break on the H1. Yeah, so when we got this structure break, when these highs were broken with this candle, yeah, this was the candle to enter on. And price has been going up ever since. What am I looking at today? So I just want to carry on with this H1 structure. So what we might see is a retrace back down to these lows. Okay, this is the first possibility, and this grey zone. Yeah, and we get a bullish reaction here. Yeah, we get a bullish reaction here. I'd enter. I'd probably take price back up to this high here, take some profit, and then let some money run. Okay, so that's the first possibility. The second possibility is, you know, price just carries on. It doesn't retrace. We get another bullish green candle here. Yeah, let's say we just get a bullish green candle in here. And then again, we can just carry on with this H1 momentum. It's all about the H1 structure, guys. So yeah, that's how I would look to trade Swiss franc Japanese yen today. All right, the next trade I did, what is it? So the next one I'm looking at is this, euro pound. Okay, and we discussed this in my live stream yesterday, but you can clearly see, yeah, price has broken this very important grey level of support. Okay, so you can see this candle has clearly broken out of this grey zone here. Okay, if we zoom in, so yeah, we're obviously in a downtrend as well. So we're clearly in a downtrend. We've had a break of this grey zone. So everything's telling us to short this pair. But there's a big but. Where? Sorry, bad joke. There's a big but, okay? Because I need value. I cannot enter here. Yeah. If I enter here, I realistically have to put my stop up here or even up here. All right. So what I need to see, guys, is a retrace into this grey zone at least. All right. And then we get a bearish reaction. If we look at this on the H4, I think will be the best time frame for you to see this. So I would trade this if we got a retrace potentially back to these lows. Okay, because it will coincide with this moving average 20 as well. So if we got a retrace back into this grey zone, yeah, and we saw a bearish reaction, then we could start shorting this pair again. So yeah, we need to wait for that value. That waiting for that value could take 4 hours, 8 hours, could take a couple of days, guys. Okay, so we need to be patient and wait for this value before we take it lower. All right. So yeah, I think patience is the aim of the game with euro pound. And remember, we've also got pound interest rate coming out later this week. So yeah, keep your eye on that, but we need value, guys. This grey zone could represent value, then we can come lower. Okay, euro pound. What else are we looking for? We're still looking at pound Aussie dollar. Pound Aussie dollar is now at a good level. So let's drop down to the day chart. So what are we seeing on pound Aussie dollar? Well, we are seeing a breakdown in structure. Hence, we're looking for shorts. So price was clearly in an uptrend. Okay. But then it started to make lower highs. Yeah. If we see that, yeah, it's a big indicator that price could be changing structure. And then even a bigger indicator is this. When this candle, yeah, breaks this low, yeah, we have a lower low. We've got lower highs, lower lows. All right. So we are technically in a downtrend. And if you remember yesterday, guys, we were just looking for a retrace into value before we come lower. Okay, and my targets potentially down to this blue line or even this blue line, guys. These are my higher time frame targets. If we drop down to the H1 now, we came up nicely. Remember, we had this grey zone marked out as well yesterday. And price come up to this grey zone nicely and reacted. Okay, but again, guys, I'm looking for a bit of H1 structure breakdown. So what am I looking for, guys? This is what I'm looking for, because currently we are clearly in a H1 uptrend. Okay, this is where we are currently. Higher lows, higher highs. So what do I want to see? I want to see a couple of things. So price could do this and break this low. Hence my alarm is in here, ready to go for me to pounce like a coiled cobra. Got to try and use different animals every time I use my alarm. So yeah, if we get a break here, therefore a break in H1 structure, I'd be looking to short this. Or what might happen, guys, because we're with H1, it might want to push back up to this level. Okay, yeah. And then again, I'm just waiting for price to potentially break down. Okay, and then we can get into the trade. So what I teach my students as part of the mentorship program, and what I talk a lot about is you have to be patient and wait for the market to tell you when it's ready to break down in this case. Yeah, this here is the early price, okay? But I'm looking for the right price, and the right price would perhaps be this, yeah, a break in H1 structure, because a break in H1 structure tells me this pair is ready to come down now. Okay, because let's imagine you entered here, price could quite easily come up here, take your stop out, yeah, and then come back down, because H1 structure hasn't changed. And then we get something like this. Okay, so wait, for me, it's about waiting for that H1 structure, getting at the right price, not the early price. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, guys, on pound Aussie dollar to short this pair. But yeah, still looking for shorts. Next trade idea, there's more, guys. The last trade is this US dollar Japanese yen. And before I show you the last trade, guys, if you are enjoying my analysis, would like my trade ideas every single day, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Come join the Discord channel, even the VIP Discord. We've got mentorship programs. We've got YouTube membership you can join, which helps support the channel. If you're interested in any of these things, all the information is in the video description. Okay, the last trade for today is this, is US dollar Japanese yen. Okay, and again, if you compare this one with New Zealand yen, okay, again, we're in an uptrend. Yeah, we're in an uptrend, but here is an area of value. This is value. New Zealand dollar Japanese yen is up here. Yeah, less value. Here, value. Here, not so much. All right, so this is why I prefer this over New Zealand yen as well. So we're in an uptrend, as I have just shown you, and we're just, you know, we've reacted at the moving average 20 and this area of support. And then we've had green bullish candle, green bullish candle, green bullish candle. Okay, so the idea is to take it back up to these highs. But as you know from yesterday, guys, what I'm waiting for is a break of these highs. To be honest with you guys, we can move this grey zone to here because this is all we're really interested in. Yeah, all we're interested in, guys, is a break of this grey zone. Okay, because you can see it's hit it once, again, 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 and it keeps holding. But the fact that price keeps coming up, hitting it, hitting it, hitting it, suggests eventually we will get a breakthrough of this level. We will see, and we will wait for that breakthrough. We will be patient. But as soon as we get a break, yeah, of this grey zone, guys, yeah, as soon as we get a candle that pops through this grey zone and stays broke, yeah, we can enter. Enter here, put your stop below the swing low, the last H1 swing low, and take this higher, guys. Yeah, and that's what we're looking for. And it's all about patience, this game, guys. This crazy game of trading is about patience. Yeah, look how much patience I've had. I've been waiting for a break of this H1 structure for ever since it hit here. So I mean, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, hours and hours and hours I've been waiting for a break of this grey zone, guys. And nothing else has changed, yeah? We're still waiting for that break, guys. All right, so yeah, US dollar Japanese yen long. Guys, they're my trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. So news for Wednesday, the 10th of May. It's quite a busy-ish news day with important news, guys. All right. So the first piece of news we are interested in is this. At 7 o'clock, London GMT, we've got the German CPI coming out of the euro. So obviously, guys, we know by now all the markets are keeping an eye on CPI data because of inflation and, yeah, prices are out of control. So important figure, really going to move the euro. Keep an eye on that, guys. If we carry on down, at 1:30 London GMT, we then have the US dollar CPI figures. Okay, so we've got CPI month on month and CPI year on year, and core CPI month on month. So three-star ratings all at the same time. This is going to move US dollar pairs and potentially other pairs as well, guys. This is, yeah, big news. So must be aware of this. Probably don't be in a US dollar trade at this point, unless you've covered yourself, yeah? And then after that, guys, at 3:30 London GMT, we've got crude oil inventories. So this can affect US dollar, Canadian dollar, and oil, guys. All right. And then after that, guys, as you can see, no other news to speak of. So, guys, yeah, that's the news for today. Big CPI figures, must be aware of them. And guys, if you've enjoyed the vid, please subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to join me for the live stream this afternoon. Have a great trading day. See you later.